All right, welcome back to 1 Hour Sports TV, the home of all Premier League action and analysis. Fulham match against Manchester United. Nolan said, not a brilliant game, but for Manchester United right now, does it matter in terms of that? I think their goal was their only shot on target. Does that matter, or does what matters result to give him some breathing space? I'd say both. They both matter. It does matter how they play. It does matter how many chances they create. It does matter how this thing's rolling forward. And it's going to be a slow one. It's going to be a slow project. You know, even though they won the game and you said it, the Manchester United fans are brilliant. Away fans are superb and that's great. And they'll stay behind this manager and this team. No worries about that. But they're going to have to be patient. And it feels good to win. And it is, of course, it's really important to get a victory. They've had some pretty bad losses in recent weeks and that wasn't amazing. But the second half was better and there's less issues without the ball, a little bit more possession control. And, you know, if it's going to be, it might be the United get better possession steadily without creating too many chances. And that might be the last piece of it. So it is going to take a long time. And we've seen so many permutations of not systems, but different players in different spots and switching wing backs and all sorts. It gets better just by a small amount each time. It's interesting, at the beginning of the week, all the headlines, of course, were about Amorim saying this is the worst team in Manchester United's history. But actually then he walked it back a little bit. He said, oh, I'm a young manager. Maybe I shouldn't have said it. But 2 wins since he said it. Okay, 2 late winners in both the games, 2 wins. It's a result, 1-0 away at Fulham. It sounds better than it looked. It wasn't great on the eye. But it's about getting 3 points. That was important. I think Graham said it in commentary. There's so much more that can be done on the football side, but some of that will come in time. And I think, you know, with Nolan, I saw the point of where they're in front of the Manchester United fans who are going crazy because they've won 1-0 at Fulham with a deflected goal. And it just gives you a little glimpse into what the future could be with this team, who can play better, who can score goals, but there's so much work to do. But the important thing in professional sport and the position Manchester United were in was 3 points. Nolan, in terms of the tweaks he made today and the movements of the different players into the different slots, is there anything that he did that he can rule out or rule in moving forward to make his system better? Well, I think the Mazraoui thing's interesting because he tried to play him in a slightly different position. Mazraoui's not a wing back, and he's having to play him there in certain games. Now, he's manufacturing his role a little bit to try and make it different. That's not something that looks like it's going to get a lot better. So in terms of ruling things in, I don't think you can rule anything particularly strongly in right now as well. Again, I'm not changing my tune on this. This is going to be a slow one. They don't look great, but it might slowly, I think it will, until reinforcements come. That changes everything. If they get a few new players in, that's when it might get better. I'll go to one point, ruling something out. Rasmus Højlund, not sure about. Out, not sure that he's, well, in terms of potential and finishing, there's enough there. But in terms of attitude and working, and I've seen it a few times, he's putting his hands up in the air. He's playing like a superstar. He's not getting the service. I admit he's not getting great looks, but I just think that he's on a short shift here. They might decide that if they can raise some money, they might decide to sell him. Okay, clearance off the line from Toby Collier, goal in the end.